Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fast growing gear site on the web, and in today's video we're going to do an update on the ScorpionEXO R1 Air helmet. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we jump into an update on the very popular ScorpionEXO R1 Air helmet, do us a favor, subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. That way you're getting all of our gear reviews. You're getting our Versus series and our exciting new shootout. Subscribe, don't miss out on any of the Speed Addicts content coming your way. Also, if you're gonna shop online for gear, well, hey, you should do it over at speedaddicts.com. We'd really appreciate it. There's a link in the description below that'll take you directly over to the Scorpion R1 Air helmets. All Scorpion helmets are gonna ship fast free from Speed Addicts with the industry's best return policy. Shopping for gear at Speed Addicts is risk-free and super easy at speedaddicts.com. Now, if you want to shop Scorpion in person, you can also do that at the new Speed Addicts Superstore located in the city of Orange. We got the world's greatest helmet wall, full selection of Scorpion gear with experts to get you fitted and ready to ride. Okay, here we have it is the ScorpionEXO R1 Air. This helmet has been around for many years, but it has recently been updated to pass ECE 22.06. So they're gonna refresh this one, make sure it's passing the new safety standard from ECE, the 22.06 safety standard, but you're still gonna get all the same good stuff that we like about the ScorpionEXO R1 Air. Price tag at the moment for the carbon, or for the composite version, this is the carbon, but for the composite versions, they're less expensive, $439 to $474. For carbon fiber, you're gonna pay between $604 and $649. This is their standard carbon gloss, which is one of their most popular helmets. And they also have a new onyx, which is the chipped or forged carbon, which is really cool, something to look out for over at speedaddicts.com. The shell, very lightweight. That's one of the reasons why people like the ScorpionEXO R1 Air. It's light and it's very compact. When I face it towards the camera, you can see it's gonna fit close to your head. It's not a bulky helmet. It's very light. It's great for spirited street riding or a track day weapon. Weight on the extra large that we have on the table came in at 3.3 pounds, very light for an extra large. The smaller sizes will be a lot closer to 3 pounds even, making it exceptionally light in the carbon. Now in the composite, it's gonna weigh a couple ounces more, but still very lightweight, very close fitting, compact helmet. If you don't like to look like Jack in the Box, you're not a bigger person, you want something compact and light, EXO R1 Air is a great helmet to consider. Extra small through extra small through to extra large is available, okay? And it does fit true to size. So order the size you normally wear, and you should be in good shape. There's also a Scorpion sizing chart at Speed Addicts. If you're not sure, go ahead and measure your helmet, or measure your head and find your helmet size that way. Remember, shopping for gear online, you're worried about fitment. If you do it at Speed Addicts, we got you covered with no cost returns. All right, good looking helmet. I like how they do the black diffuser with the gloss carbon. Really good. It is a aero-tuned shell meant to be very aerodynamic and slippery at speed. We've got ram air intakes up on the top. Nothing's changed with the way the ventilation works. Okay, so we have one switch up here, and they did put a nice little button up here on the top with some ridges so that you can get it easy with the gloved hand. Down low, we've got a chin bar vent. Again, we've got some ridges on that, so you'll be able to locate it when you are inside the helmet. You can't see what you're doing very easily. Exhaust ports are underneath these diffusers in the back. You have an array of exhausts, so you're gonna get lots of hot air extraction in the R1 Air. The face shield is a little bit on the lighter weight. You see how it's got some flex to it? It is not a really beefy or robust face shield. That's something that's lacking, but it is weight savings. The clip here in the middle, I don't typically like when we have the extra material on here where the face shield latch is like metal or plastic. Those are extra pieces kind of bust off or break. So the face shield, not my favorite part of the R1 Air. Things I like about it are that it's very lightweight, okay? And it does have their Airfit system that we're gonna go over in a minute. In terms of detents, you got your first kind of open demist setting over that. The detents are, I'd say, medium strength. They're not great, but they're not terrible. Then we've got all the way open. Shield changes are relatively easy with their visor mechanism. We're just gonna rock that backwards and then it will pop out and pop back in. You need to start in the open position, start and finish in the open position when you're replacing the face shield. In terms of extra goodies in the box, you are going to get a smoke shield with your purchase, which is nice. That's a $50, $60 value. Some brands, it's a $100 value with face shields. They're getting expensive these days, so they're gonna give you a little sock, and they're gonna give you a smoked face shield. Face shields always look lighter when they're out of the package here and not installed on the helmet. So you're gonna look at this and go, oh, that looks pretty light. But once it's installed on the helmet and light's only coming in one way, it will look like dark smoke, because that's what it is. Also included in the box, you do get a pin lock, or a pin lock insert. This is to reduce or mitigate fog. It's gonna install on the pin lock prep tabs that are on the clear face shield that's gonna be installed on the helmet from the factory. And you also have pin lock tabs on the smoke. If you haven't run one of these before, it's just a clear lens that installs on the inside. And if you ever have fog issues when it's moist out, you won't have to worry about it, because pin lock reduces or mitigates fog. Nice big eye port, good peripheral vision, great for sport bike riders, but I also see a lot of Exo-R1 Airs on cruisers. So, you know, you're not pigeonholed with this helmet, can ride on a variety of different bikes, naked, whatever you're doing. It's gonna look mean because it's the Exo-R1 Air. Okay, so face shields, changes easy, eye port big, we got pin lock, we got an extra face shield, all sorts of good stuff working there. On the side, you do have some shape to this. There are some design features, but you do have a nice flat spot here on your left side to install a comm system of your choosing. So you can, if you're running Senna, Cardo, whatever, any sort of universal comms, it will attach without an issue to the R1 Air. You have speaker pockets on the inside that we'll show you in a minute. So let's flip over this helmet. I'm not sure how much longer Scorpion's gonna make the Exo-R1 Air. It's a little long in the tooth. The nice thing is that, especially for the composite, you're still in the $400 price range, or even for the full carbon fiber, you're only at $600. A lot of the competition is getting up to $700, $800, $900, or even $1,000, $1,200 for a carbon fiber helmet that's in this category. So the Scorpion is still considered a relative bargain. You've got a nice neoprene chin curtain here that can be removed if you don't like to run those. You have double D-ring closure. You have a nice neck roll that is also neoprene to make a better seal around your head, help keep the helmet a little bit quieter, keep wind out, all that sort of stuff. But one of the secret sauces on the R1 Air is definitely their Airfit system. So what this is think Reebok pumps, but for your cheek pads in your motorcycle helmet. This is great because helmets, you want them to fit differently sometimes in different situations. So if you're just cruising around town, you want like a medium tight fit, but if you're gonna go out to the track, you really wanna crank it down. That's where the Airfit allows you to pump this up. It's gonna inflate bladders behind the cheek pads. It's gonna make it fit tighter in the face, not around the rest of the helmet. The bladders are just in the face area. That's gonna make sure the helmet stays tight. Or sometimes even after break-in, helmets can get a little loose on you. Helmets can, the foam in here can break down, form to your face. And if it's not as tight as you want it to be, 6 months down the road, you can compensate with the Airfit system. So you're gonna pump that up. There's a release right here. Once the bladders are inflated, you wanna let those go. I'll hold this by the microphone. There you go. You can hear the air coming out. Very cool. Emergency quick release cheek pads here for EMS if you do have to be removed from the helmet in case of an accident. We'll go ahead and do a full takedown so you can see the interior of the Exo-R1 Air. There is the cheek pad system. It is part of the neck roll, so this is all one piece, laser cut cheek pads, neoprene material, nice moisture wicking, quick drying stuff. That goes out the door. And removable, washable, replaceable down the road if you run through them. And then we're gonna go ahead and remove the whole comfort liner so you can see the inside in all of its glory. 5-year warranty from Scorpion. Another one of the things Scorpion has going for it. Not only is this gonna be a couple $100 less than some of its competitors, but you're gonna get a longer warranty in some cases. Industry standards like 1 or 2 years, Scorpion's giving you 5. There is your comfort liner inside. We have black EPS with channeled EPS up at the top to really allow that air to flow and get onto your scalp. So big channels, ports, allows plenty of airflow. Now you're gonna see that plastic bladder right here. That is the Airfit system. So when I pump up the chin bar, that is going to inflate. There it is. See it pumping up? And then you can go ahead and release that. Again, it's giving you a variety of different kind of levels of fit. How tight you want it in the face is totally up to you, which is a nice thing. We have speaker pockets. We'll go ahead and pull this out of the way so you can see. There you go. We can uncork that speaker pocket so you're ready for your comm system. So Scorpion Exo-R1 Air has been a Speed Addicts team favorite for a long time now. It is getting a little long in the tooth, but now we did this update video to let you know it's passing ECE 22.06. You still get the extra shield, you get the pin lock insert, and still an affordable racing full carbon fiber helmet and composite available now at speedaddicts.com, or you can come shop the ScorpionEXO R1 Air in person at the first Speed Addicts Superstore in the city of Orange in Orange County, California. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.